Good morning, sunshine. So it's been a while since I've been back on YouTube. I decided to start with YouTube. These next few videos is going to be on a daily basis. It's a big project, which is way bigger than my 30 days, which I've done in the past, created 30 videos in 30 days, which actually took more than 30 days. It took 6 months to create those 30 videos, but no one really knows, right? So what I did was create my first videos just for practice, and I had it edited just to make it look a little better because I was so focused on trying to look good. But right now I don't really care about that. I've been through a lot lately, which made me think about what's most important, which is just showing up and showing up imperfectly. I know I'm not going to grab everybody's attention, and I know I'm only going to have like some people in this channel that will appreciate what I'm doing. So follow me and see where this goes, and you'll see that you can show up authentically and be yourself. And so no fears, just shine imperfectly. It's a very casual video where I just speak from my mind, and maybe a little editing here and there, but it's really just to document my journey, and hopefully you'll follow me along and get inspired. So let's go on with this. I'm just going to give you a little bit of a recap of what's been happening with me and why I haven't shown up, and hopefully that will help you also to get back on track. All right, so let me show you what I'm up to right now. Hello everyone, so I'm back. A few friends have been asking where I've been, and they cared enough to check up on me once in a while. Although, sometimes it feels like you're all alone and nobody really cares about you, but some do, and that's a good thing. Thank you for caring. So anyways, I've been away for quite a while. It's been months because of my health, of course. Otherwise, I would not stop posting because I know the importance of being consistent when it comes to building something. But I really had to let it go because my health was just taking a toll on me, and I think I went through a little bit of depression. Plus, if you only knew what I'd gone through, you'd understand, definitely. And but a lot of it is just more on listening to my body and making sure that I'm not overstressing myself. I think the most important thing of this health journey was just to simplifying a little bit. So if you could see right here, my lips are really chapped and I still have a lot of flare-ups. Look, if you look closely, the filters, without the filters, I mean, I don't even do anything with my eyebrows, or I don't do much to fix myself. I'm just, like I said, here I am shining imperfectly, and this is why I show up, because I like to encourage you to continue doing what you're doing, especially if you're creating a project on social media. Don't stop, keep going, and don't worry about what people say. Just document your journey. For me, this is me documenting my health journey, and hopefully I'll be able to inspire at least one or two of you to keep going with your projects. And yeah, so here I am, and just to have a little recap of what's been happening or what has happened in the past year. I think back in July, that's when I had stopped my injections. It's called Dupixent, and it's for my eczema, and I was taking it for a while, and it worked. It worked so well for my skin, and my face didn't have as much flare-ups. It was good until it started to give me side effects, and these side effects were worse than the benefits. I was actually suffering from really bad arthritis in my hands and my knees, and also my heel. And then it moved towards my neck, and I really couldn't move. It was so painful to move. I couldn't walk. All my efforts of walking an hour a day, or taking that 10,000 steps a day, I was lucky if I could do 1,000 steps in my own home. So that's how bad it was. And it went on for a few months. And so I had good days, and it all, again, depends on what I would eat. So I did take a journal on what I was eating that affected my health. Obviously, it was a lot of the things that I already knew. And however, I still ate them because it's not that easy, right? If you guys have problems with, with any kind of inflammation, it's usually, the sweets, the sugars, the dairy, for me anyways, the dairies, red meat, nuts, and even chocolates. So my favorite thing I couldn't eat, but I still had it. And whenever I had it, I had a really, really bad flare up. But I guess it also affected my whole body. And just because the injections were working, it does not mean that it's going to work forever. It's good for a while. That's what I noticed, and some other people have mentioned that to me. Yes, it did a reverse effect on my body, and that's what I had for months, just really, really painful joint pains, and that wasn't good at all. Aside from that, I also had vertigo, and vertigo is like probably my worst nightmare. I'm not going to get into that, but I've had it years ago, and again, that kind of changed my life. It kind of stopped me from whatever I was doing. Yeah, and so that's another story for another day. But our health is so important. When it comes to quality of life and wanting to become your best self, because our bodies are vehicles, right? So without that vehicle and without the proper tune-ups and whatever proper care that we're supposed to have, and it starts to break down, then we have nothing to work with, right? And so there was a point during last year too where I couldn't even close my hands to brush my hair and brush my teeth because I just had so much pain from the effects of that drug. And I wasn't diagnosed with arthritis, but I know my doctor never said it, but I knew what it was because I Googled it, right? So, and then also my knees were kind of like this. Well, so if this was my leg and this is the knee joints, I did not have control over it. So coming down the stairs was so hard and painful. So I had to like really, really hold on. And then it stopped me from doing my regular daily routines. I was on a roll with that, and I loved that so much, and that was taken away from me. So a lot of the times I just kind of just lay there. I almost fell into a depression, and I did. I had a few moments of depression, and never thought I would fall into that trap ever, because I always thought that I had like a very strong mindset, and yet gets the very best of us, right? So I just kept going to the doctors. It's almost every week I'm at the doctors, and it's very frustrating, to be honest with you. So taking another medicine, and I'm on it. I've been on it for 3 months, and yes, it really, really helped with my joint pains. I can now walk, thank goodness. So I've been walking now for the last 2 days. And so I've been going out. I'll be able to go do groceries and that sort of thing, but that's it. It's very, very minimal. But now I'm happy to say that I started walking again. I do like maybe 3,000 steps a day, and that's a big, big deal for me. So just sharing that journey with you, hopefully it helps you in your health journey as well, to just keep going, especially if you're trying to create a project online and create a project or some kind of side hustle that you're trying to do from home. And it's hard. It's really difficult. It's not as easy as you think, because people make it look like it's that easy. It isn't. Trust me, there's a lot of work involved. It's already hard enough to feel motivated even when you're healthy, right? On a regular day, it's already hard enough to be motivated. So just imagine when your health is not there and you feel miserable and you're feeling pain and just really frustrated from all the inconveniences that it's making to your life. And so so just imagine that. That's why health first, right? And health is your wealth. So again, having all this happen to me for the past year made me reflect on what is really important and how to actually set goals and set them correctly. And so it made me think about planning differently this year. And that's why with this new project, I call it Project 219, which I do every year. I don't actually create my goals anymore on New Year's Day, or you know, like in the beginning of the year, because a lot of the times I fail. And this is a huge statistics that most people that create their New Year's resolution usually fail by mid-February, right? Or they quit. So I decided to start on February 19, and it's actually a very inspired day for me, which I'm going to explain in a little bit. 219 is one of my favorite hymns in our church. It's called "Because I Have Been Given Much, I Too Must Give." And so I use that as my my personal mantra, where I feel like I have something to give out there too, because I feel very blessed with all that I have. And so this is why I stick with that, and I use that as my inspiration. And also I created it on February 19, which is 219, and I do a countdown to 219 days to create something different, to develop a project or two. And but this time I'm gonna kind of like minimize my goals a little bit and have it more focused on what's really important. And this time it's a little kind of morbid, my goal, but I think it's a great way to like look at things in a different perspective, where you think about creating a goal and doing only that one thing that's most important to you. And what would that one thing be if you only had 219 days to live? Oh my goodness, it sounds so morbid, but I think it would work that way. I think I'd be more disciplined and more really like focused and have that clarity in mind if I do it that way. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to document it. And I don't have a full picture of it yet, but I do have an idea of my target. Right? I'm in the process of just writing down all my goals right now, and using my planner, which I'm not really great at following up, because in the past, you know, I'll just go buy a planner. But this time I decided to create my own planner and journal. That's, see right there. So it's a really, I created my planner, which I actually customize for myself. And so as I use it, I'm going to be able to modify it as I go along to see what I can add on or remove. So this is part of my journey, and when it works, then I can share it with you guys. So it's actually a 90-day self-reflection and personal growth journal, and this one is a 90-day productivity map. Right? So it's 90 days. This is how I chunk it. So I'm going to be doing 90 days at a time. I have the big goal in mind, but they're chunked down into little goals, right? Small and simple things. So that's my plan, and hopefully you'll follow along, and that you'll also be inspired to do the same thing one day. But go ahead and subscribe. Check my other channels, which is in Instagram and as well as on Facebook. But Instagram is where I'm going to focus on, and it's just going to be repurposed on other channels. But Instagram, my handle is in my description, and follow along. And this is going to be a 219 days of my journey, and you'll see where I'm going with this. So follow me on the next video, and I'll give you more details on what the project is. So bye for now.